The next video in our Google Sheets series is how to make a grouped frequency table and a histogram off of that table. So we've got 37 pieces of data here that belong to 37 teachers asked how much time in minutes they spent eating lunch. So I just went ahead and typed in all the data here on the left in this column, and now we're going to create a frequency table. So the first part of our frequency table is going to end up being labels that we're going to use on our graph. So it's going to be a combination of words and numbers. So I'm going to title this, let's see, lunch minutes. And this is where I'm going to put in these ranges here, or the classifications. But I'm going to type them in using numbers and words. So I'm going to say 0 to 4. All right. And then 4 to 8. And these are going to end up being labels along the x-axis. Okay. 8 to 12. And then 12 to 16. Next to that, I'm going to put my classes. These are the numbers that I'm going to be using in my frequency formula. So I'm going to write the upper limit of each one of those intervals here. So my upper limit of the first one is 4 minutes, 8 minutes, 12 minutes, 16 minutes. Okay, now we're going to use the frequency function to populate this column. So I type in the word frequency, and now I'm going to enter the frequency formula, equals, type in frequency. When it pops up, select it. Okay, select your range that has your data in it. Then put a comma, and then select the range that has your classes in it. Close your parentheses and hit enter. Okay, and now there's our classification. There's the number of data points that are between 0 and 4 minutes. There's 8. If you go up here and count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Now we'll make a column chart using this. So it doesn't quite look like a histogram, but it gives the same information. So to do that, I'm going to select the label lunch minutes and go down, scroll down till I got them all selected. Then I'm going to use the control key and select the frequencies. Notice I don't select this extra 0. And then I go up to my insert chart, and I have, now this isn't quite an exact histogram because the bars don't touch, but it tells us exactly what we want from a histogram. Now there is one little adjustment you can make. It makes it look a little bit, it takes out the gaps. So under setup here, if I go down to where it says switch rows and columns, okay, that puts them together, but it moves the numbers up here and it creates a legend. So the blue's 0 to 4, the red's 4 to 8, etc. All right, I'm going to switch it back to the other format, and I'm going to label the value of each one of these bars by using the customize menu. Okay, so to add that to the top of each one of these histograms, I just go down to series, and I go down to where it says data labels, click that, and you'll notice that it puts the value of each one of the bars inside of it, and it just makes it a little bit easier to see. Okay, you can bold them, you can change the color of them, etc. Okay, all right. That's how you do a histogram-like chart from a group frequency table.